A few months ago, I dropped my Ricoh GR3. The lens protection doesn't really close anymore and the screen shows some wild pixel glitches. But honestly, it hasn't taken away any of the fun I have with this camera. I bought this beautiful square hood to protect the lens and it works perfectly fine and looks very unique now. Also a bit hipster, I know. Are there even hipsters in 2025? Not sure about that. So if I had dropped my Sony or Fuji and had the GR4's damages, I might have sent it in for repair. But with the Ricoh, these little quirks don't kill the joy of shooting. So why are Ricoh GR cameras so special? To me, these small, lightweight cameras are still the best tool for street photography. They're all about photography and what a photographer actually needs. No weird marketing gimmicks like Fuji's recent fake scarcity campaigns or Leica's usual premium drama. With Ricoh, it feels like photography is still at the heart of it all, especially street photography. And that's what it makes so fun. I especially love the hard contrast black and white look, like you see here in the photos. It gives you that little Daido Moriyama vibe, even in my sometimes pretty boring hometown. I love shooting JPEGs only with my GR3, and now maybe you've heard the GR4 is coming this fall. And by the way, I will show you the camera and how it feels shooting with it on the street on this channel very early. So be sure to subscribe to not miss the first video of the GR4 in action. So the early reactions on the specs of the GR4 were a bit, well, underwhelmed. One of you said it's more like a GR 3.5, but I think the GR4 might surprise us, but in a good way. I believe it could end up being the best value for money street photography camera on the market. Let's go over the facts. Maybe by the end you'll agree it's worth the wait. First, the GR4 comes with a newly designed 28mm equivalent f2.8 lens, now featuring 7 elements in 5 groups, including 3 spherical elements. That means sharper corners and less distortion. That's a big improvement. The GR3 was already sharper than Fuji's X100 series in the center. If Ricoh now fixes the weak corners, the GR4 could be, well, I'm a little bit afraid to say it, but it could be the real Leica, in my opinion. What do you think? There's a new sensor and processor too. It boasts a 25.7 megapixel sensor, so it's a bit up from the 24 megapixels in the GR3, delivering better image quality and performance. The image step has also been improved, now featuring 5-axis sensor shift stabilization, which helps in low light and indoor settings. Sure, that's good for video too, but honestly, who shoots video on a GR? I've never met anyone who does. Well, in fact, without the video, there would be more space for a viewfinder, for example. But hey, at least there's a bigger battery now. Thanks to switching from full-size SD cards to microSD, that's a pretty smart move. Frequent battery swaps really kill the mood when you're out shooting on the street. You might know this. Another thoughtful feature is the 53 gigabytes of internal storage. We've all had that moment you edited photos from the last walk, forgot the SD card at home and ended up stuck in perfect photo weather and mood with no way to shoot. This kind of detail shows that Ricoh really gets photographers. The ISO range now goes up to 204,800, double what the GR3 offered. There's also face and eye detection, an upgraded screen, and some other nice design tweaks. The EV dial from the GR2 is back. I think there were quite a few people who wanted its comeback. And I have to say, I think that's a good idea because at the GR3, I often touch the clicky dial of the camera when composing a shot and overexposed or underexposed it accidentally. So the GR4 is now more shiver-proof, if you will. I mean, in my age. I would have loved a tilt screen and at least an optical viewfinder. But if you missed that, there are still those beautiful clip-on viewfinders. All in all, this could be the next top camera for street photography. Pocket-sized, light as a feather, and built to be underestimated. People might think it's a toy, but it can hold its own against much bigger, heavier and pricier gear. I can't wait to try it. After all, we've been waiting over 6 years since the GR3. So what do you think about the GR4? Does it sound like your kind of street photography camera? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video.